Welcome back to my channel, and it's literally 6 in the morning and I'm recording this. My two first love, chapter 71. What's done in the dark? Secrets don't make good friends, or at least that's what they tell. You are in elementary school. The phrase is supposed to teach inclusivity and word of click use, but it ignores one universal truth. Whether it's for a little while or long haul, everyone has something to hide. Mason, I can't believe your mom talked up her fancy dinner and forgot to mention we had have to hike the Himalayas to get any. Talk about burying the lead. As Mag, Ava, no, Mason, and I tramped through the slushy mountain snow. I was finding it hard to disagree. I couldn't get the look of Mrs. Jennings' panicked face out of my mind. She was burying something, all right. Hey, cut her some slack. She's been working on the menu for this thing forever. She's bound to miss a few details. Well, we are already out here. We might as well make the most of it. We passed by the lake at the base of the mountain, where the ice was clear, shining in the dark. Near one of the banks, a large hole had been cut into the surface. Hey, looks like they have already cracked the ice for the polar bear plunge. Everyone on the mountain ships down and jumps into the lake. It's a holiday tradition. To you, where I am from, it's called indecent exposure. Well, whatever it's called, I am in. It sounds stupid, but if Mother Nature didn't want us doing stupid stuff for fun, we had no born fully grown. I say we do it. What the hell? Why not? You guys go ahead. I'll watch your stuff. The only thing worse than being wet, cold, and naked is being wet, cold, naked, and robbed. The wind blew freezing cold, but as Ava Masson and I stripped to give Mac our clothes, I was warm all over. We dodged each other's glances, but I felt Ava's gaze on my hips. Felt the heat of Masson's eyes on my chest. Carefully, I looked up to sneak some glances on of my own. Wow! Now reached for the button of his jeans, his eyes meeting mine with a confident smirk as the denim slipped beside past the point of no return. Okay. My eyes wandered shyly from toned feminine thighs to a strong masculine back, and the warmth spread its heat, solidifying low in my stomach as my eyes landed on Massive. Good. So, it's now or never. Together, we approached the half frozen lakefront, and my hands itched with anticipation as we inched towards the water. I should take Noah's hand, grab Mason's hand, hold Ava's hand. I slipped my hand into Mason's and he rubbed soothing circles into my skin with his thumb. Ready for this? About as ready as I'll ever be. Just don't let go, okay? Mason brought my hand up to his lips, and pressed a kiss to my knuckles. His warm breath, a welcome relief from the chill. I wouldn't dare. With one last look at each other, we took the leap into the icy water. Ah. Underwater, every inch of me felt like it had frozen over. My legs fought against me as I tried to get back to the surface. The hand in mine clenched, pulling me up. As my head popped above the surface, Mason wrapped me in his arms, steadying me against his bare chest as I shivered. I have got you. I clung to him, and he helped me climb out. Ava right on my heels, nearby, now prepared himself to follow. Don't tell me you're leaving already, Harris. What, like you could stay any longer? The wind blew, and the eaves started to shiver, but neither made a move to come out. I could stay here all day. Then you're on, first one to leave loses. As I watched Mason and Noah splash around in the freezing water, I shook my head, and Ava and I headed over to Mac. Pride wins out over hypothermia once again. Boys, tell me about it. Mac handed me and Ava our clothes, and we rushed into them, slowly warming up with every layer before sitting down by Mac's side. Ava's teeth chattered softly against the cold, and without a second thought, I pulled her into my arms. Take it from me, girls aren't much easier. Baila is driving me insane. I took your advice and we had a really great conversation. And then 5 minutes later, it was like it never happened. I just don't know what to do anymore. Every relationship has its bumps in the road. Yeah, once we get home, I'm sure it will work itself out. I was stiffened in my arms before turning to look at me, and Mac with sad eyes. You guys, be honest. After everything that happened, do you really think I should even try to work out things out with Baila? Caught by surprise, I turned to look at Max, who stared back, waiting for my answer. I had seen how happy Baila made Ava, but these last few days, it seemed like the dream was turning into a nightmare. Then again, considering how much I was loving the feel of her in my arms, her back against my chest, was it really my place to stay? Ava, if that's what you want, you should do it. If you have to ask, then you know the answer. You deserve a relationship that makes you happy. And if that's what you have with Viola, then maybe you should try to fix things. Mac shot me a look, but I shook my head. I can't I couldn't be the one to ruin Ava's relationship. Not again. Nothing beats a failure but a try, right? But no matter what you decide, you'll always have us in your corner. And with the deck stacked like that, you can't lose. Mac sighed and laid her head against my shoulder. Why is dating so complicated? I'm literally the last person you should be asking. Ava pulled back to look at me. Our eyes met, and I couldn't help but let my gaze sink to her soft lips. Suddenly, the boys rushed over and ransacked the nearby pile of their clothes, throwing at each other items as they found them. You totally got out of the water first. You were halfway here. Before I got out, we all saw you. They turned to us for our opinions, and immediately I felt their eyes zero in on my hold on Ava. Clearly, she felt it too, because she climbed out of my arms, and the cold, mountain air rushed in to reclaim the warm place she had held in my lap. I'm more interested in getting to see that view. I'm freezing out here. Are you guys ready? Yeah, let's do it. We located the snow covered trail and started our climb. Now and Mason leading the pack, Kinda. Dude, this is not the right way. Have you ever used a compass before? You know what? You're right. Screw the giant trail somebody cut into the mountain. Let's just go with what Mason says. I'm just saying, I was a Boy Scout, so if you need help. Yeah, trust me, I got it. As the two of them laughed and joked, it was easy to see how they could have been friends once upon a time. Eventually, the sun started its descent, singing even as we rose. Mason checked his phone. I think we can head back now. By the time we get to the lodge, Chef Ver's 12 hours should be up. But we haven't even made it to the top yet. We're so close. Don't you want to see the view up from up there? It's just past that ridge. If you want to go so bad, we'll wait for you here. It won't be the same by myself. I chanced a glance at No, Mason, and Ava, and Mac followed my gaze before stepping closer and lowering her voice. If you wanted alone time with a special someone, all you have to do was say so. You make your move and I'll cover with the others. I want to finish the hike with Mason, with No, with Ava, but not alone. There will be the mountains. I glanced up at the sky, watching as the dark clouds rolled in. The wind began to pick up, and the hair on the back of my neck crackled with the electricity in the air. Besides, those clouds do not look friendly. But thanks. What are sisters for? Later, after we had cleaned up for dinner, I peered out of the window at the snow that had started to fall in sheets. Looks like we made it back just in time. It looks nasty out there. Don't you worry about that. What matters is that we're all here, surrounded by our friends and family, and good food. So let's eat it before it gets cold. As I took my seat at the table, Mason on my left, Noah on my right, and Ava across from me, I couldn't help but think maybe they were right. For the first time in a while, all the pieces of me had come together. In the spirit of moment, I raised my glass. Happy holidays, everyone. Happy holidays. Around the table, we clinked our glasses and dug into the first course. just in time for the power to go out, plunging right everything into darkness. You have got to be kidding me. Let's not panic. It's probably just a blow fuse or a drowned power line from the epic storm that just blew in. It was really coming down there. My dinner, it's ruined. There's got to be some candles laying around here somewhere. We just have to split up and find them. There's probably some extra in the basement. Immediately, I felt Mason and Noah each turn to face me in the darkness. Addy, why don't we? Addy, you wanna? But Abba's voice came like a roll of thunder from across the table, silencing them both. Not this again. Mac and I'll check the bedrooms, and to keep things civil, all three of you can go to the basement. Works for me. As Norm, Mason, and I shuffled through the darkness, Mrs. Jennings stumbled out of a seat after us. Wait. But before she could reach us, we had already disappeared down the stairs and into the basement. I think she's hiding something in basement, where the furnace's pilot light cast the room in an airy red green. Let's check a different room. Make this quick. I just want to look for the candles and get out of here. This place gives me the creeps. Tell me about it. I hardly ever came down here, and for good reason. Oh, come on. Now spread his arms and gestured to the most empty rooms, taking a step backward to take it in all. What's scary about a room full of bricks and junks? His foot clipped a wayward box on the floor, and he grabbed for the floor to steady himself, knocking a loose brick free. Whoa! I rolled my eyes and grabbed the brick, ready to shove it back where it fell from, when I noticed a dark shadow inside. Guys, what is that? Whatever it was had kept the brick from fitting in the first place, and as I reached in to grab it, I prayed it wasn't something gross. My fingertips grazed cold metal, and then I palmed the item by its handle. Slowly, it pulled out into the dim light. It's a gun. Oh my god. Mason and I both jumped back, and all the traces of the light-hearted mood disappeared. Mason, is this the gun your dad used to? Words failed me, and as I turned, I caught sight of Noah's face, full of recognition and horror. Subconsciously, he gripped at his scar. Oh my god. Everyone has their secrets, but it wasn't until that night that I realized there are some secrets so dark and so painful. They were never meant to come out at all. Shit. I'm so sorry now. But this was what I wanted to do, and this was chapter 71 for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye bye for now.